Good afternoon, everyone. We are live here from Roxbury High School as Garden State HSWrestling.com, Pinnacle Athletes, and the Harrington Companies present the District 7 Finals here at Roxbury High School. I'm Donald J. Brower bringing you the action, and with me is a man who, if you're a fan of this area and you're a fan of these schools, you know the name, you know the man, Luke Drugac. Luke, thank you for joining us. Kind of talk a little bit about these guys. And just, you know, you've been here before. You've been here for the Lehighs as we see them come out for districts. What goes through your head?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on here. It's a pleasure, and obviously being back here and seeing the guys wrestle, it always brings back good memories and feelings. Especially, being the district. This starts the road to the Atlantic City. So especially here in the Lehigh introductions, the guys are probably feeling a little nervous, a little excitement, getting ready to get after and show all that hard work that you guys have been accomplished over the year and put it into the end of the year.
Now, a lot of guys who are coming out here, they have aspirations of going farther. Obviously everybody comes here. Not too many guys start the district tournament saying, hey, I'd be happy winning districts. Obviously there's an outlook. When you get in here, what is your rationale? Because you already know you're going to regions. You're pretty much guaranteed you're going next week. Kind of just what goes through your head and what's your idea, heading into here? Because obviously you don't want to hurt yourself when you're doing stuff.
Yes, of course. If you're wrestling 110% every single match, there shouldn't be a thought in your head that you're going to get hurt. So they should just be going out here ready to wrestle hard and wrestle in their match. Don't let anything distract you. At the end of the day, it's just another match. Yes, it's the finals. It's a little bit bigger of a deal, but at the end of the day, it's the same exact match. These guys have hundreds of matches underneath them, and so they should just go out there, wrestle hard, and get what they gotta get done.
Now we got no real upset so far. It looks like it's pretty much gone chalk for the most part with what we have. We do have, if I would say, the one that sticks out to me, and it was he wound up not qualifying for regions, was the heavyweight from Morris Hills, who had a great match during the Hills-Knolls match against Charles Young, who made the county finals. Charles Young here is in the final, so that's probably the only one. Everybody else is kind of chalk with where we're at as far as top seeds go. So great seeding job by the officials here at this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. They always do. They always seem to do a good job.
Now, I want to thank everybody. Wants to know how we do this because we're also having a crew at Kittatinny. That should be starting right about now. James Clark is going to be on the call up there. But as far as down here, I'd like to issue a personal thank you to the Harrington Companies, Recycling, Construction, and Hoffman Landscaping for all they've done for us for this season. They're one of our main sponsors. And Champion Athletes, Dan Warnikoff, all he's done for the wrestling community. Thank you, Dan, for being a big supporter of what we do. And our local sponsors, Joe's Pizza, S&R Construction, Hair Boss Jewels, Roxbury Bagels, Simon O'Brien and Knapp Law, Green Outlook Landscaping, Ken's Auto Body, and Bell Estate Tower. They're the ones who are helping us bring you not only this, but District 4 up in Kittatinny. So please, if you get a chance, use them and let them know you saw us on the stream. It only helps us going forward. And if you're looking to do something while you're waiting for the action to get started, follow us on our social medias. On Facebook at Garden State HSWWrestling.com. On Twitter at Garden State HSW. On Instagram at Garden State HS Wrestling. And if you look down the bottom there, like and subscribe on our YouTube. You'll get all the information for what we're going to be doing in the future. We have our upcoming podcast. We have some other live streams. And if you're interested in next year, us bringing the crew out and covering you guys, click up on that admin at Garden State HS Wrestling. Send us an email. Our calendar is filling up pretty quick, but we want to get the coverage and get everybody out there doing what we can. So if you want to have the greatest live streaming experience you can, give us a call at GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Don't deal with a goof. We deliver the proof. GardenStateHSWrestling.com. And we're going to be getting started here at the 106 bout. I think they're going to be probably doing the national anthem here in a minute, I'm assuming. But, it's really a great time so far. We're going to get some team scoring. I'm going to see if we can get the team scoring here from heading into the final and, see what we can do. But, it should be exciting here as we end the 106 bout in the finals. We're going to have a matchup of the man I like to call the babyface assassin, James McGinty from Par Hills, the top seed. He's going to wrestle Izza Koopa from Boonton, who is the second seed. So, again, 1-2 seed meeting each other. I don't think we're starting. I don't know, maybe we're not doing the national anthem. Okay.
Yeah, they like to get right into it.
Listen, this is fine with me. My wife's like, what? Usually, you remember districts took forever.
Absolutely.
They're just like, let's get in here, let's get done, let's get rolling.
Absolutely. So we have some official team scoring heading into the finals, and the top couple teams are very well represented, but we have Boonton in 8th place with 28 points, Parsippany in 7th with 38, Mountain Lakes in 6th with 63, Par Hills in 5th with 110, Roxbury and Montville are tied for 3rd place right now at 135, and then the big battle is going to be between Morris Hills and Morris Knolls. Hills is right now at 166 and Knolls is at 178. And there's some matchups coming up that are going to be head-to-head and some other stuff. So we'll see how that goes. But we are heading here to the 106 bout. We're getting ready to wrestle here. The official start, I like to call it the road to Atlantic City, or as my wife calls it, the cauliflower ear convention. The winner moves on and keeps going. The other one has to fight back and wrestle in. So we'll see how these two guys go at it, and it's going to be a really good matchup here. Yeah, the lightweights are always good. They're always quick on their feet, and they like to get after it quick, just like that, right into a quick single leg.
Koopa, a freshman, has been one of the lone bright spots, honestly, for Boonton this year. They've had a tough team season, with the transfer of Ethan Smith to Paramus Catholic, but he's kind of stepped up at 106 and settled and given them a star heading into the future here.
Yeah, absolutely. Boonton's got a little soft spot in my heart for my dad was an alumni from Boonton, so we always follow up on Boonton, see how they're doing, and they always seem to have a good program.
They never have, they may have a down season, but they're always in every match, and that's a credit to head coach Dave Hewen, as we see McGinty here with the takedown. A nice little funk scramble. He came out the back, so he's leading 2-0. McGinty in the white and blue, and Koopa in the red and black singlet. McGinty looks like he's got the half. He's trying to get a roll here. Just a little high, though. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, he's got that nice and tight. It's going to – yeah, there you go.
And he get the pin. I mean, I tell you, that babyface assassin, he's out there cutting people down. But your winner of the 106 match and champion at District 7, the babyface assassin, James McGinty.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, he had a nice tight armbar in there. He got it done quick.
The technique for him as well. I mean, he's always done so well for this squad, and it really helped Par Hills. The last couple of years, some of these youngsters have come in and really helped stabilize this squad, and he's one of them. I mean, he's a bright spot for that team, and I mean, you look at that now, and his teammates going to come out. The 3rd seed, Ozzy Saldarini, excuse me, and he is going to wrestle his sister school rival, Frank DeMary from Parsippany. So, little Parsippany-Par Hills matchup here.
Yeah, you always like to see the good rivalry matches.
Oh, those are the best. Because these guys have seen each other, all over in the clubs and doing stuff and training.
Absolutely, absolutely. Which is good about both of those. This guy, the 106, and also here at 113, they're sophomores.
Yeah.
So they got they still got a lot of time under their belt. So it's nice to see that they're getting after it young, and and hopefully got a bright future ahead of him.
And not only that, a wrestler who fell in the third place bout, but who's really a good contributor for this squad too, is Tyler Costello. He does a great job for them as well. So I mean, there's a really good young nucleus, and honestly, with the move of them from up in the national division down to the Liberty division, it's more on par with some of their talent and with what they're doing. They have a really tough Hanover Park team, but Hanover Park is now kind of thinning out in a sense where they don't have that deep run through the entire lineup. They have some good wrestlers, but not as deep through, so it's more competitive when you wrestle those teams. And it's local, too.
Absolutely.
Right there.
Yep.
Beautiful move by DeMary. The spin around gets the 2. DeMary's older brother actually was on the team a couple years ago. So, I mean, if you have heard the DeMary name, it's not uncommon at Parsippany. It's for them to be winners.
Absolutely. It looks like he's trying to work the cradle in here. He's actually on the far side. He's got almost jump sides, get the hip.
He seemed like it would be an awkward way to throw it. It was just it's like you have it, but like it's like, okay, what am I doing with it? Right? How do I get it?
Absolutely. He's definitely trying to get the cradle there again.
I'm actually kind of shocked. I mean, I guess because he's doing it. I'm surprised they didn't call a stalemate yet, because there doesn't seem to be anybody improving position.
Yep. It definitely seems like this year they're letting guys work through positions and kind of see who's going to come out on top and give them that extra 2 seconds, 3 seconds if they need it.
And you like that. You don't want referees in these big moments for these kids to be the deciding factor. Let them go out there and wrestle. You don't have to be precise with the 5 seconds. Let them have a little. Let them wrestle.
Absolutely. Yep.
As DeMary leads here 2-1, heading into the second, he's going to defer.
Yeah, DeMary going down on this.
DeMary's on top. Saldarini's down.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Correction.
You get confused with the Parsippany.
I do.
I do it all the time.
I do.
I was doing it during the Hills-Knolls match. I was making sure who I called, but I'm like, nope, I got to make sure.
Yep. See, Knolls Hills is a little bit easier. They're green and red. Over here, we kind of got white on white right now.
Yeah, you don't know. It's like, you look, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
And this is when you know the sport's really good. When you, like I said, we talked about these rivalry matches a little bit. You saw it when we were at Hills and Knolls and how they did it.
Yep.
When both teams are good and it comes down to the last match, you don't want to go into a rivalry match and you blow them out 72-0. And you may if you're on the mat, you don't want to blow them out. But
absolutely.
If you're a fan, you want to see those matches.
Yeah, it was.
DeMarion nice with a double, drops him, brings him to the mat, gets his 2.
That was beautiful right there.
Takes a 4-2 lead. He seems to be taking him down at will, so this is smart here.
Yep.
If you think you can defend it when he comes in and you're aggressive with the shots. He leads 4-3 as he let him up. I always wasn't sure about doing that and cutting, when it's that close in the second.
Yeah, so I was never a big fan late in the match. Obviously, it's a necessity sometimes to get that final win. If you feel the guy's breaking or he's starting to slow down, then you cut him to get that advantage. In the second, I always was a big fan of just trying to ride him out, put pressure on him, try to get to my attacks, and just kind of wear him out. So in the third, he's not as active and has energy to wrestle through the rest of the third.
And if you get him down, you try to go for a tilt in the second because you want to get those points, not keep it super close. You want to get a little bit of a lead. If you're looking at it, you can go, hey, I want to go for that major decision.
Absolutely.
DeMary can't get around, so it's great defense by Saldarini to stop him from going around.
Even snagging the leg there at the end there to hold up for the 2. That was nice.
Now DeMary's going to obviously take down to start the third, leading by 1. Thank you for joining us today here as we're at the District 7 Championships at Roxbury High School. Donald J. Brower, Luke Drugac calling the action here. We're at the 113 bout. Escape by DeMary real quick there. I almost feel like he wants to put the pressure on here a little more. He's up by 2, but I think he wants to keep the pressure on so he doesn't get involved in a stalling situation, and B, controls the action.
Absolutely, especially in a big match like this where it's close going for the headlock there.
Great job by DeMary there. Looked like he was in trouble. Snuck his head out, came around, and got the 2.
Yeah, he did a good job popping his head there and come up around, getting behind. Those are some dangerous positions to be in there late in the third, and if you get headlocked, that's a big point swing right there.
Yeah, especially we saw that. I was watching. We didn't have the cameras on, but it was during the third place matchups. A couple headlock throws for pins quick there. So I mean, there was some matchups that could happen, and you don't want to get especially close to someone where they you can get in that position. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Oh, he's got that leg tight there. He's got to step up with it.
Now, I don't know. I was shocked with the way they had it. I was surprised they didn't award 1 point to Ozzy there, because it looked like he was, even, and then DeMary kind of came back around. So I don't know. I was actually a little surprised that he didn't get the neutral point there.
Yeah, it's close. Sometimes, and which is good about these bigger matches, they have 2 referees. So if one ref misses it, they can come together, talk about it, and give the proper points awarded. But some refs, they like the full space out to get the 1 point for neutral.
20 seconds left, 15 seconds left here. DeMary's leading 7-3. Now, unless something drastic happens here, he's going to be your champion at 113. Saldarini with a last gasp effort, but I think DeMary's going to walk away. He gets the 1 at the end, but as you see, great sportsmanship. These guys know each other. They're
Absolutely.
friends. They hug each other. They understand what it is. They're really cool.
Yeah.
Pointing something out on the back, maybe. I think he might
probably a little bit of blood on him.
Yeah, might have accidentally scratched him a little bit.
Yep.
Frankie DeMary is your winner at 113. I'm going to be introducing the 106ers and their medals. And while they do that, why don't you take a ride over to social media and follow us on GardenStateHSWrestling.com on Facebook, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling, and like and subscribe on the bottom there on YouTube. You'll get all the information for our upcoming live streams. We'll be doing a region coming up. We're at District 4 and District 7 today. We're also going to be doing podcasts, especially when we get down to AC, a daily wrap-up, and then I'm going to have interviews with all medalists afterward. So follow us, like and subscribe. And if you were following us on Twitter and Facebook, you saw I broke the news last night about a certain coach at a non-public powerhouse who resigned last night right before the districts this week. So I don't want to spoil anything, but it had to do with Bergen, and they were a Catholic school. So they have a new head coach heading into districts. And I broke that story. But I'm not going to take credit. Pat me on the back. No.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, just last night he resigned right before districts. Yep. It was an email sent out that I got a hold of, and now it's going to be. I'm Dom Sangiello, I think is his name. He's an assistant. He took over. He's going to take over.
Okay.
So it was a late breaking story last night. So
yeah, that's new news to me.
For anybody who don't know, Dave Bell, head coach of Bergen Catholic. I think I could skip around everything. It's pretty public knowledge now. Resigned last night before districts and stepped down. So they have a new coach there heading into districts. We are here at the 120 bout. Donald J. Brower, Luke Drugac calling the matchup here at District 7 in Roxbury. It is Jaden Barreto from Morris Hills versus Elijah Fricks from Morris Knolls. So a Hills-Knolls matchup.
Yeah. This is always the exciting matches, no matter how you look at it.
And this will be one that's interesting, too, because as we said, the two of them, the teams are 1-2 in the team scoring race. So Barreto Barreto's the favorite here is the top seed. I'm just putting it out there as he gets to 2. This will be big to see if they get bonus points here. Giving them the count. We get 2 or 3.
Yeah, it kind of seems like we're back and forth there. So it looks like maybe just the 2. He's going to stick with the 2.
He gave the count. Okay. Did he give? Because he gave the count twice, stop, and then did it. Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. Barreto leaves 4-0. Barreto made the county finals and ran into an absolute buzzsaw in Dan Jones. So, I mean,
yeah,
former state champion from Del Barton. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, it's a tough match. We got Frisk here from Knolls trying to work up on bottom. He's got that. Hills has the arm bar. It's tough to get out in that situation, but he's doing a good job breaking out and getting back up to his base.
It was interesting because he was running that arm bar, but Fricks was kind of up at his position, so he couldn't get him flat and get the turn he wanted to.
Yeah,
so Fricks kind of defended a little bit. So it's almost like Barretto's trying to get the arm bar, and then when he flattens out, he doesn't have it. So it's like he wants to combo somehow if he can get him flat and then run the arm bar for less resistance.
Yep.
Looks like he could, if he get a roll here, he might get some points, but interesting. I thought there could have been a chance for points there before when he first rolled him over, but they're saying it was flat, and we're going to end this, go to the second.
Yep.
4-0.
Yeah, Frisch is good there. He's tough. He's long. He's lanky. He's able to maneuver around those different positions.
Again, thank you to our sponsors: Joe's Pizza, S&R Construction, Hair Boss Jewels, Roxbury Bagels, Simon O'Brien and Knapp, Green Outlook Landscaping, Ken's Auto Body, and Bell Estate Tower. They're the local sponsors who help provide us with coverage. As you see, Barretto in a great position, gets him the takedowns, getting the back point, and he gets the pin. That's got to be huge for the team scoring, because the bonus points, that's got to cut the lead a little bit.
That was also a little quick pin, I think, too, on my side. But it was all right. He had it tight, a good chin whip. First hanged his head a little bit too low, and he was able to get a hold of it.
Hey, it happens. But as they're going to award the medals for the 113, I also want to thank Harrington Companies for all they've done for us this year. Construction, recycling, and Hoffman Landscaping. Big proponents of what we do here at Garden State HS Wrestling. They understand the mission we have here, and they're full supporters of that. So please support them. And Champion Athletes, Dan Warnikoff. Great job he does with helping, and I've said it before, I said it again. Your body is like a vehicle. You're not going to go put cheap gas in it. Get with Dan. He'll help you. You could be an athlete. You don't need to be an athlete. Multi-sports, whatever you want to do. He just helps people feel good about losing weight and being ready to go and have that energy. Because, you know, you don't know this about me. I was a fat guy. I still am. I didn't need to worry about
I wouldn't say that.
I didn't need to worry about cutting weights, but a lot of times, you know, you do for wrestling with descent plans and everything, and you get a little tired out, especially trying to cut that. He helps you and maintain it. So it's not, you know, nobody likes losing weight. Who said they like losing weight?
Absolutely.
But in the end, when you're done, you have the energy. You don't feel like you've wasted away doing it. So Thank you to Champion Athletes for supporting us today.
Yeah, that's a huge advantage nowadays is nutrition. I don't think I necessarily took advantage of it as I should have in high school. It wasn't until college where I really saw like improvements on my wrestling through just nutrition alone. So that's a very key aspect of wrestling. If you really want to get to that next level, nutrition is going to help you get there.
100%. We're going to head to the 126 match. I better get the introductions out of the way quick because I don't know how long this match is going to last. No offense to Thomas Longo in Montville, but you're talking about he's wrestling a kid who finished second in the state last year and was in control till the very last second and could have won it last year. So,
absolutely.
In Luke Stanich. So Luke with a nice takedown there, gets a 2.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody's familiar with the name Stanich. They've been
Especially
around for a long time. Oh, especially at Roxbury here.
Stanich and Reimers, that family is they're all related. It's great. And
Yep.
it's just a great maneuver here. I mean, he hooks the cradle, he runs him back. Doesn't have him a chance to pin. It's close. Going to get the points if he can.
Yep. Yeah, that tight though. He definitely had it tight. Beautiful snap down there.
I mean, I've said it before on some previous coverage, and especially at counties when I did some stuff. Luke Stanich is on a mission. You know, you saw, you know, not bringing everything. You and your brother both finished second. You know, senior year.
Absolutely. Yep.
Luke, you know, was in control, goes out there, and then gets kind of thrown at the end, and you could tell he kind of felt like he let it go, like he lost it.
Of course.
And he gets the pin here.
Yep.
He looks like a wrestler on a mission. Like, you see those kids that they come back their senior year and they're just like, boom, like they're like Danny Fungaro,
yes.
Joe Fungaro, how they just came out their senior years and it was just like a whole different level. Like, they were good, but then they kicked it up another notch. Luke Stanich is, and I would not be shocked if we're seeing him get his hand raised at the end of regions, and down on the podium in states.
Absolutely.
Would not shock me.
Absolutely. We'll definitely be looking forward to seeing that. He looked good there. He was putting everything together, move after move, and it just looked clean. Good match there, and he was able to come out on top.
Now we're going to head to the 132 match here. We're live in Roxbury High School, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, bringing you the District 7 championships. Donald J. Brower with Luke Drugac. It is going to be Eamon Kinney from Morris Knolls facing Kareem Jones from Roxbury. So another, like I said, this is one of those great districts as they're waiting to bring out the 120 medalists. This is one of those great districts where it's almost like a throwback. And what I mean by that is now what they've done with district where they've kind of pulled the pin and thrown a hand grenade and just kind of let everybody fall where they may. Yep. This is still an all Morris, and it's people you see all the time. And, you got the rivalries and you have a really good Roxbury team, but you got you and Knolls with Boot and Mountain Lakes, all teams that have most likely seen each other this year.
Absolutely, yeah. They definitely, at least if they haven't, they've seen each other the year before or prior. So everybody's familiar of who's wrestling and who's out there. And you've been in tournaments with them at some point this year, I'm sure. Absolutely.
Especially with the Morris Knolls tournament. Hills was there, and you have other teams that were there. Or, especially just how everybody meets up. So it's one of those. I love this district just because it is like that. It's like an old school district. Yep. It has that feel to it like it used to be.
Absolutely. Yeah, it wasn't much different from when I was wrestling out here. All the same schools, and it's a good feeling. You come back and you still see all the same faces, and you're able to catch up with the guys you used to wrestle with.
That was the fun part for me at districts or counties this year. When I walked in, I told my wife, I said, "Hey." I said, my hand hurts. She goes, why? I said, everybody was stopping, shaking my hand, saying, hey, Mr. Brown, hey, Don, how's everything? I was like, it was like going home. It was just like you saw everybody because, I've been doing a lot of Passaic. I did some Essex this year. I'm kind of, we're expanding. Like,
absolutely
how we do. Like, it's, we did Huntington Warren Sussex a little bit, but we're expanding eastbound, and it's really good with what we're doing. And, I don't get out to as many Morris matches as I'd like to, except for a few. And, to see everybody, and it's very appreciated. I get the nice comments, and everybody tells me how much, they enjoy my commentary and everything. So
that's always good.
Thank you for that, everybody.
Yeah. Got to keep the people happy and keep them what they want. They want to see the wrestling.
And they actually want to see the wrestling on one screen, not have 4 mats covered and cut up in the division.
Okay.
But that was what they did at counties. I digress about that.
Yeah. You got Kenny here looking for a high leg. Doing a good job staying in there, staying tough.
And this is one of those toss-up weights. It's very even weight.
Yeah.
There's no super favorite in this. From what I've seen, both guys seem like they're right there.
Yeah, Kenny just wasn't able to grab that leg when he was trying to dive through. Roxbury did a good job stuffing in there.
Now, the other wrestler who qualified down here at third is Brandon Caro from Morris Hill. So he's advancing to regions this week.
Yep, keep working. Kenny was doing a good job creating action, trying to get that one there on the edge. The ref just wasn't quite there and called it.
Jones had the takedown, but he lets him up. It looked like he was going for a mat return and just said, you know what, I'm not going to get stall it here.
Yep.
I'll just let it go.
The guys got to stay the stall point, especially late in the third. Those come into a factor, especially big matches.
Yeah, you hate to give up one of those super early. Like, it just, you never want to get a stalling warning in the first period. It's always changes the whole dynamic of how you wrestle that match.
Yep. It's always a thought in the back of your head you got to keep going back to.
And then it almost kind of puts you, and you could tell me if I'm wrong here because I was never that good. When you get that first stalling point, you almost feel like you have to be aggressive in the third.
Yes.
Like you almost force it, and then that kind of puts you in a position because you may not want to be that aggressive.
Yep. Yeah, or in a situation where everybody does it. You're winning by 1 point, 20 seconds. You're on your feet. And you're just trying to play the dancing game. And if you have that one stall already given out, then it's going to be hard to do to hang on to that lead because you're going to have to be aggressive and get to your leg attacks.
Another great job by Jones there. It looked like he was holding a little bit on there, but he lets Kinney go. We're tied 2-2 here.
Yep, Kenny's got a good tight whizzer right there.
You know what's interesting, too, is we were talking about Stanich a few minutes ago, and this Roxbury team. They had a decent season this year. You know, they were right in it. They were, you know, they had some good matchups. They were close. A couple holes, obviously, you know, for weights and stuff. You know, they didn't have everybody. Yep. It almost feels like, and, you know, you tell me because you've seen it with your teams at Knolls afterwards and everything. When you get a guy who kind of makes that run and is that great wrestler for you, the rest of the team feeds on that and kind of just it makes them better and step up their game. So guys who were, you know, may have been 500 a year before step up and now they're, you know, they're 15-10 or, you know, they improve on their record and they advance and it only helps.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a huge part of bringing the team up, especially, you know, I'm sure he's a great leader in the room and stuff and he's grabbing the guys and, you know, it always starts from the top. So if even the younger guys, they're seeing, you know, we're talking about Luke Stanich, they're seeing him, you know, lead, win matches, control matches, just like that. Beautiful control takedown there by Kenny. But yeah, everybody gravitates, they feed off that because they want to be that guy. So if you have a, you know, outstanding athlete or wrestler like Luke Stanich, they're gonna gravitate and try to follow up and be at the same level as he is.
Jones trying to get out of here. It's actually funny because, you know, sometimes it's always those quiet leaders. Let me tell you something. Luke Stanich isn't a quiet leader. He's the type of guy, he'll tell you what he feels. Like, you don't got to worry about it.
Yep.
You know, and that's what you need sometimes. You need those guys who are kind of in your face, you know, who can prove it. It's like, hey, I can talk the talk because I'm walking the walk, and then you get the quiet guys, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, Kenny did a good job there hanging on to the leg to not give up any points there at the end of the second.
That was a tough takedown for Jones, too. I mean, tied 2-2, you give that up. Now it kind of changes your third period because you're obviously going to look for a switch here if you can, but if you get out, you got to be aggressive on your feet.
Yep.
He's going to get the one. He's going to cut it 4-3. And now this is where it comes into play, like you were saying. Kinney hasn't been hit with anything.
Yes.
So he doesn't have to really be aggressive. He can kind of sit back,
Yep.
play the waiting game. He's up by one. The clock's working for him. And as I say that, of course, Jones gets in on a single.
I was just going to say that, but Kenny did a beautiful step over, hanging in tight there, and it looks like he's getting backs there as well.
I think he is. I think he's sliding back down. If he could just settle down, he could put it on those shoulders.
Oh, this will be big for Knolls if he can get the pin here and for the point lead.
He's right there. He's just got to settle. He's putting his head on that chest.
He looks like he's got it tight. He's even got the...
and he gets the pin. That is going to be huge for the lead.
Yeah, Kenny did a great job there controlling that position there at the end and being able to get secure the pin for the team.
And that's what we talked about. You come in, Jones had to be more aggressive because of the takedown the second. It played into the third. He had to go for something. Kenny knew he was going for something. Just dropped back and took care of it.
Yep, absolutely.
Speaking of taking care of things, why don't you take care of me on social media? Go to Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. And if you look down there, like and subscribe, click on us, follow, like. You'll get updated on our upcoming podcast. We're also at District 4 today. It should be going on right now. We're at Region 1 next week. So like and follow us on all our social medias. Thank you so much. Our social media presence has improved so much this year, and it's in part because of you guys. Thank you very much for following us and doing what we do. We're going to be coming back. We're expanding. Please follow us and like us. Now we're going to head to the 138 match. Mario Fernini from Par Hills and James Recto from Morris Hills. This is where Morris Hills, if they, the one thing, obviously the head-to-heads, but so far it's been a trade of pins for Morris Hills and Morris Knolls at the team total. Morris Hills can get a pin here, or a win.
Absolutely.
Cutting it down a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, it's always a battle up until the very last match for especially close team races like this. And especially Morris Knolls, they're trying to hold on to the lead, and vice versa. Hills is trying to, get a hold of it and try to get get above Knolls, and matches like this is where it comes into play.
You got to win those tosses. But we're here at District 7, the 138 bout between Mario Fernini from Par Hills and James Rector from Morris Hills. Donald J. Brower here with Luke Drugac. As we were just saying, the two teams in the lead right now, I don't think they can be caught, and so it's a two-team race for the district champion. If they crown one, because apparently now the NJSIAA is saying they don't officially recognize all that wonderful hubbub. But Fernini with the takedown here, he's got some back points. Going to probably get 2 here, so he's going to lead 4-0.
Yeah, that happened quick there. He was able to
super quick.
get his takedown.
We're getting to we're at 138, but we're going to start getting up to those bigger guys where,
yep.
Boom, all of a sudden it's over.
Yeah.
You're.
Oh, he's locking up that cradle tight. He's got his wrist. Yeah, he's just got to get hip to hip a little bit tighter.
And we were talking about Par Hills earlier with the sophomores. He's a freshman.
Yeah.
Fernini's a freshman.
Absolutely. Par Hills, they got a bright future ahead of them. Especially securing the pin right there with the cradle. That was nice and tight.
Really nice pin there. The future's bright for Par Hills because you have to figure Fernini's going to gain a little weight.
Yeah.
So you figure he's going to be up in that 190 range his junior and, as he goes. So
absolutely.
Great job there. Going to head to the 144 bout. Before we do that, I want to thank the Harrington companies for all they've done this year. Recycling, construction, and Hoffman Landscaping. The Champion Athletes brand, Dan Warnikoff, for all you've done for us. Thank you, Dan. We wouldn't be possible and wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And for everybody who's wondering who supported us for this local matchup, please visit these local sponsors. Joe's Pizza in Kenville, S&R Construction, Hair Boss Jewels in Succothana, Roxbury Bagels, Simon O'Brien in Knapp, Green Look Landscaping, Ken's Auto Body, and Bella State Towers. They're the reasons you're being able to watch this match live from your house right now, so please visit them if you can. And while we're here, social medias. Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Twitter, @GardenStateHSW. On Instagram, @GardenStateHSWrestling. And like and subscribe on YouTube right there. Listen, I'm going to keep bothering you about it. I'm going to keep telling you. Just do it, subscribe, and be done with it. Then you don't have to hear me talk. So follow us for everything. We're at District 4 today. We're here right now at District 7. We're going to be at Region 1 most likely. And we're going to have podcasts this week, next week, and down at States. Follow us for all our upcoming content. And if you want us to do this next year, come out and call your matches. Admin at GardenStateHSWrestling.com. We have some limited spots next year. Let us know. Come out. We'll live stream everything. It is not expensive. Despite what you hear from other people, it's not expensive for us to come out and give you guys the coverage you need. So why rely on the goof when GardenStateHWrestling.com delivers the proof? We're going to go here at the 144 bout. Weston Edelman from Roxbury, a senior, versus Jordan Hernando, a junior from Mountain Lakes. Donald J. Brower with Luke Drugac here at the District 7 Championships in Roxbury High School, the 144 match. Now, what's interesting, and I've made this joke a couple times to the coach, Jordan Hernando has 2 older brothers who wrestled.
Okay, yes.
They look identical. So every time I said, you just keep failing him and then have him come back as a freshman? I'm like, it's how do they look? I'm not saying like identical. You should know as a twin, but imagine your brother was 4 years younger than you but looked just like you.
Yeah.
It's like, what? And he's like, no, it's the younger brother. I was like, and he's very good, too. He's probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, we always used to get mixed up, me and my brother. It was always fun in school. They were always trying to figure us out.
Well, to be fair, full disclosure, I asked you who you were when you sat down.
Yes.
So I saw both of you today, and I wanted to make sure I knew who I had the right one.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, like you said earlier, going up into these little bit more heavier weight classes, it's not as quick. It's more, muscling. It's more pulling, pushing, and trying to set up your attacks, underhooks, over ties, snap downs, and these guys are trying to get after a good little head block right there.
And then when we get to the heavyweight, it's just 2 big heavy guys just slapping each other.
Absolutely.
Sumo wrestling.
You always need a good traditional heavyweight match.
Nice ultimate tiebreaker match.
Yep.
I've said it before on the live stream. I've said it, numerous times. When I wrestled at Warren Hills, Jim Reynolds was the head coach. He goes, Brower, I need a good 6 minutes. Yeah, I go, Coach, I'm fat. You got about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
I said, then I'm going to lay there, he's going to lay there, and we're going to just see whoever scores first.
Yep, absolutely.
I made the joke, too. I said, when it gets after the first period at heavyweight, you know it's going to go to ultimate tiebreaker.
Absolutely.
So what you ought to do is, this is my idea, and I think I'm going to institute it in the All-Star match here, 10th All-Star match here. So if it's tied after one period, there's a coin toss. Whoever wins gets to choose an eating contest of their choice. 5 of whatever, because that's how the heavyweights got that big. We didn't get anybody running.
Yeah.
Like, no offense. I'm looking at Charles Young. I don't think he's running the mile anytime soon for track and field. No offense.
You might be surprised. Charles, he gets moving quick.
Okay.
Yeah, he gets moving
I may be
quick.
speaking out of turn then. I may be speaking out of turn.
No, but absolutely. Wow, that was a great last-minute takedown there. Looks like the referees gave it to him, and they do, yeah.
Yeah, gave it to Edelman there. Hernando defers. Edelman's going to take down. I'd also like to thank some of the sponsors, too. If you've watched some of our previous streams, the camera aspect, we actually went out and purchased new cameras for districts and regions that are high definition, so the picture is phenomenal.
I was about to say, it looks good on the screen over here. I hope all the viewers see the same thing we're seeing.
It also helps that we're on Ethernet here instead of Wi-Fi, so that might help.
I'm sure. Yeah, Edelman looks like he's a senior here, so this is his last go at it. He's doing good, leading 3-0 here, halfway through the second.
And this is an evenly matched, bout between these guys as well. I mean, it's not like some of the other. It almost seems like Hernando's trying to go for a throw when he comes in.
Yeah,
right like that.
Just like
right
that.
Like
just
that.
like how you said it. Yeah, he was trying to scoop his underarm underneath, almost do like a little lat drop.
He's a little high.
Yep.
He's almost going to have to readjust so he doesn't give up points here.
Yep.
But as I said, Edelman comes through and steps through.
Yep.
And he's going to get the pin. I think Hernando went for it there, thinking he had a shot. Was just a little high and got caught in a bad position.
Yep. And that would happen. If you don't settle down right away in this position like that, it's hard to stay on top.
It is. It's so rough when you get there, and it's like, because you can't scoot back in that situation. You're kind of where you're at. You've thrown your chips in the middle of the table to use a pun, and then you're kind of just dealing with what you got and hope you come out with it. But he didn't settle back enough. He should have started settling back.
Absolutely, and that was that was a good win there for Edelman. It was probably his last time wrestling in this gym, and it was I'm sure he's excited and happy about that.
It has to be exciting for these guys, especially when they go out there in front of that home crowd, and that's like your last memory.
Absolutely. We definitely hear the Roxbury fans out there. They're definitely out here today.
They know. They want to come out and see some of these guys, especially Luke Stanich. You want to come out and see him and some of these other guys.
Yep, and same goes for him, too. I'm sure it feels good for him knowing that the last time in the gym he was able to finish out on top.
We're going to head to the 150 match, the 150 championship. Donald J. Brower, Luke Drugac calling the action, and from Roxbury High School at District 7 on GardenStateHSWrestling.com. It's going to be Dominic Delamoniki from Morris Knolls versus, I'm going to mispronounce his name horribly, Trevor Gudazowski from Par Hills, a senior. So,
yeah, Dominic, great shot right there, double leg finishing up there. Looking for his 2, and the refs give him the 2 on that. Yeah, it's cool, especially being a Morris Knolls alumni. A lot of the guys are bringing back the old school final singlets. Like, this is a old school final singlet that we wrestled in earlier. There was a singlet that was out there. We call it the Screaming Eagle, and I know Coach Rizzo's in the stands here somewhere. He's happy to see that the guys are still wearing the same singlets that we all wrestled in.
I mean, you guys had a great run there with Coach Rizzo and Coach Barchetto. Just kind of that dominant run you guys had, led by realistically, you guys, and I know before that was Jan Rosenberg.
Yep,
I know
absolutely.
Mike Burns, those guys who just kind of went down and qualified and kind of put you guys on the map, against some tough quality teams in the area.
Yeah, and we had Jermaine. He was our
Jermaine Illuminor.
Yep.
I mean, the story behind him, like when people were asking, like how coming over and getting basically plucked out of the hallway, and not only making it down, finishing second in states, and now as a lineman with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Dominant with a tight crossface, trying to look for that cradle. This got to take a couple more bigger steps. Looks like he's going to not quite get it.
Got wrist control. Lets him up.
Yeah, he's got to have a big lift here. I don't know if he just drive through. He's got to be careful there, getting rolled through like that.
Got him in better position. Still in. They're going to probably get a.
Yeah. It looks like he's going to get backs there.
He's going to get backs, but they're going to give him a restart. Looked like they could have stopped it a second early, but like you said, it's different for everybody.
Absolutely.
Some refs let the action go, and Gary Kessel, as we said, obviously with college how they go, he's a college ref as well,
yes.
So he's more open to letting guys wrestle outside or close to the line.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was a lot bigger fan of the rules in college just because you got more time to wrestle with, and you're able to score a little bit more positions being able to wrestle on the outside of the mat. Because some guys they see the edge of the mat and they stop wrestling. So it's very, very, very important to keep wrestling. Even if you think you're out, if you're in, wait for that whistle to blow.
He's got it nice here. He's got the arm pinned. He's got the hook.
Yeah, he's got short time.
And he gets the pin.
Nice. That was good for Dom there.
That's good for Morris Knolls with the team score.
Well.
That's got to push it there.
Yep.
Listen, it's still a great job there by Rudakowski. He's the 3rd seed, a 500 wrestler this year, beats the 2nd seed and wrestles in the district final. Yep. That's what you like about these. The kid gets out there, he wrestles, he does what he needs to do.
Absolutely.
We're going to be heading into the 157 here in a second. Before we do this, why don't you head to our social medias? Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Twitter, @GardenStateHSW. On Instagram, @GardenStateHSWrestling. And down below on YouTube, like and subscribe for all our upcoming coverage, our podcasts, and everything you see. And if you want us to come out next year and cover you and come out there, we are expanding. We're expanded in the Passaic this year. We're going into Essex next year. If you want us to come out and do the coverage you need, just send us an email, admin@GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Why deal with the goof when I deliver the proof? It's not expensive. Give me a call. Let's work together and get you guys broadcast. Coming here to 157, we're going to have Billy Templeton from Montville versus Chris Piazza from Morris Hills. I feel bad for Montville this year. They had Carl Monaco get injured, obviously, earlier in the year. Took him out for the season with his knee. I think that would have fixed, he would obviously been a finalist in this district and would have been really good for them. He was another solid leader. So that kind of hurt him a little bit, with their team scores and everything they did. But Templeton's kind of stepped in and took that role, that leadership role, and has been really good for this team.
Absolutely. Especially early in the season, injuries are always tough, and it's good to see that the guys are still wrestling together, wrestling hard, and being able to keep up.
It's always interesting too when you get to this because you get, especially obviously Roxbury and the turnout. With a lot of the teams, it shows the camaraderie, just how deep it rolls when they come to these matches, and how they're always out there supporting.
Absolutely. Everybody knows. If you're out there listening, everybody knows how tight the wrestling community is, and yes, you're inside the ring and you're trying to win and come out on top and conquer, but outside you try to be friendly and help out everybody you can along the way.
Piazza's a really good wrestler, but Templeton's in there. He looks like he's got an underhook, trying to go for a throw.
Yeah, he tried to slap on that headlock real quick, but he wasn't able to get it.
It's a little shocked that when he was behind there, he didn't try to trip to get the 2 there. Would have gone ahead, but I think he's Templeton kind of looks to me like he's one of those, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
There's no halfway. It's like, listen, I'm getting in there, I'm going for a big throw, I'm going for that big move.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes you need those, and they definitely help out.
It's almost like a feast or famine with it when it comes to that, because you obviously want to do, you want to get your points, you want to win, but if you go for something you don't want him to reverse, as he's in there on a nice ankle pick, comes around.
He's got to keep that leg high, elevate, circle around. Trying to come up to a double there to finish. Nice, and then the ref does give him the 2.
He drove through right there. It looked like Piazza was doing real good with some defense, and he just drove through it and pushed him to his stomach and rolled him over. And Templeton's going to take a lead heading into the second, 2-0.
Yeah, Chris here from Mars Hills chooses down. Gets out, gets his quick escape point.
2-1.
Oh, there's that stall. I think that might be the first one of the afternoon. Yeah.
I think so far. And, early in the second, that's a bad time to get it. Now it's going to put Piazza on more. And we've already said Templeton wants to go for that big move. So if you're coming in on him, you're basically
yeah.
It's like you're throwing meat to the lion.
No, yep. Ref did a good job calling the stall. That was the appropriate call.
I agree with that. I think that was right. It's just, he obviously didn't want to give something up. Nobody ever wants to give up a stalling call, but he didn't want to give something up that early.
Of course. These guys like going upper body. They're both almost looking for a good throw. Gets in there, nice double.
Nice move. He's going to circle up. He might. You got him here? He might have him.
I think so. He's definitely. It doesn't look like the refs.
I think we're going to get a restart here. I think he'll come over. He's going to get the 3. But I think he's going to step over the hip, and I think we're going to get a restart here. That's what I thought.
Yep. Right
there on the edge. He had a shot, but looks like he's going to get an injury time. I think he's bleeding.
Yeah, he's got a little blood coming from his nose. Yeah, and that's wrestling right there for you.
Yeah, it happens. Now, if you don't want me to come and punch you in the nose and make you bleed, go to my social medias. No, I'm just kidding. On Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com. On Twitter at GardenStateHSW. On Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. And like and follow us. Not only will you know when we're live at different events, you'll see all our content, including our podcast, our year-end awards, updates about the 10th annual GardenStateHSWrestling.com Classic, and everything we have coming up. Follow us. And if you want us to come out to your school next year and do this, give us an email at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, admin at GardenStateHSWrestling.com. We will come out and do the best live stream you've seen. Why rely on the goof when we deliver the proof? GardenStateHSWrestling.com. And it's not expensive. But back to the action here. Templeton looked like he maybe just scratched himself a little bit, just had to get a little blood cleaned up.
Yeah, it was quick. They had the trainer come over, put a little gauze on it, clean it up, and was able to get right back at it.
Piazza with the escape there. Templeton leads 7-2 here, late in the second. Piazza's still being aggressive there. He has the wrist that he was snapping down.
Yeah.
Just couldn't get Templeton to go with it.
Well, I was just going to say, too, Templeton was really having a good rush in there, good wrist control, too. He slid back down to the wrist, so he was really almost stalling.
It looks like Templeton's going to take neutral, too.
Almost like he's looking for that big throw again.
Yeah. I mean, he's looking for it. He's ready to run with it.
Yep. Nice snap down to a reversal there. Capitalized on a bad shot there by Mars Hills. So,
yeah, Piazza's down. He wants to go for it, so makes him have to be a little more aggressive than I think he wants to be. I think Piazza always strikes me from when I've seen him a few times this year. He likes to be close.
Yeah.
When in the third or up, he doesn't like to be down big, where it makes him more aggressive. He wants to be close where he can capitalize and try to, sneak something in there if possible.
Yep. Yeah, that 5-point move there, the feet to back takedown, that hurt him there. That was a 5-point swing.
And that's what happens when you get out here. Some of these big matches, one little misstep is a 5-point swing, and then you're like, whoa, what?
Yeah, absolutely. It gets away from you quick.
Like it's strange. Like sometimes you want to be a little more aggressive. Sometimes you realize, okay, then you're too aggressive, and
Yeah, you definitely got to find that happy medium.
And this is one of the tough ones because obviously, we're talking about the team scoring. This is one Morris Hills needs to keep it going.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I don't know looking ahead, but you have a few. So you have.
I know Knolls has a couple more kids wrestling. So.
Well, we're going to have 165. It's a Knolls Hills matchup between Leslie and Gomes.
Yep.
Then you're going to have Forte wrestling at 175. Nobody at 190. 215, you're going to have Cole Newton for Knolls.
Yep.
And heavyweight, you're going to have Charles Young. So I'm not sure, even with how it works, if Hills has enough to climb back in it. I mean, they might not have enough opportunities.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on that. You know me. I'm a Knolls alumni, and I enjoy seeing them staying on top.
And that's it. I have no problem. The absolute amazing job by Coach Bullett and Coach Vasily in the programs they run.
Absolutely.
It's just been amazing. But we're going to head to the 165 bout here, live from Roxbury High School on GardenStateHSWrestling.com's broadcast of the District 7 Championships, brought to you by the Harrington Companies and Champion Athletes. I'm Donald J. Brower here with Luke Drugac. We are going to be heading to 165, where Matt Leslie, 27-7, a senior from Morris Hills, will be wrestling Gavin Gomes, a junior, 21-8 from Morris Knolls.
Yep. And just speaking about Coach Vasily right there, Coach Vasily runs a great program over at Knolls. As an alumni, I'm very, very happy that he's in that position he's in. He only wants the best for the kids, and he's getting the best out of them. Like last year, they were district champs. 2 years in a row, they brought them to the section finals, which was really big for the program as a whole. And he's doing nothing but great things for Morris Knolls.
It's tough too, because the last couple of years with them making the section finals, they ran into a buzzsaw that's called Mount Olive.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's tough.
Which if I remember correctly, there might be someone over there that Morris Knolls is very familiar with.
I don't know about that. I mean. So technically, it's a Knolls fight, so you guys win either way.
I guess if you want to look at it like that.
We were talking about it when I did the group semifinal with Lighthouse Sports Media.
Yes.
Just about how many, when you think about it, on Mount Olive, how many former head coaches of programs are in that?
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about it. You have Jeremy Markey, who was at Morris Catholic.
Okay.
Then you have Coach Barchetto, who was at Knolls and Hills.
Yeah.
And then you have Coach Ryerson, who was the Hanover Park coach.
Yes.
So I mean, they got a ton of youth program coaches who are doing a great job.
Yep.
And Coach Bullock, Sean Bullock, who's the AD at Dover, also helps out. And another one who kind of contributes a little bit in that program because of where he lives, Coach Moscatello from Jefferson, whose son is in the youth program.
Yep.
So it's a very good, well-run program. And it almost seems like that when you look at some of those programs, they have to put everybody on the same page and have them training the same way from a first, second, third grade all the way up, so you know what to expect. It helps alleviate everything.
Absolutely. Gavin over here from Knolls did a good job there getting into the legs, but he wasn't able to quite finish. He's got to be able to split the legs and finish up top and come out on top high.
Leslie in there with a nice double leg takedown. He's going to try to work up, but he might just not have any time left in this period.
Running low on time here.
I will say one thing. We were talking about Coach Vasily. He is animated on the edge.
Oh, yeah.
He's out there. He's not one of these coaches. He's like in there. former Jefferson coach, or Jefferson wrestler.
Yep.
So
he wrestles the mat on the side there, which is good. You always want to see the effort from the coach, and it shows that he cares, and he only wants the best and for his kids to come out on top and win.
Escape Leslie, he takes a 3-0 lead here. Go out of bounds.
Yeah, it was close there. Almost looked like the Hills kid was just kind of pushing him out.
Saying that he got hooked, maybe.
Yeah, he was trying to tell something to the ref. Not quite sure. Gavin, nice shot. Not able to finish low on there. But he's going up high.
Oh, nice throw to the back there by Leslie. Got to get the 2 back points.
Yeah.
I thought he was down there for a 3 count. But 1 point difference.
It was close.
Wesley, who actually the day of the Knolls Hills match the other week, accepted his appointment to West Point, so he's going to be going there.
Yeah, that was big, and congratulations to him. That's a big achievement, and it's definitely not easy to get in college alone, let alone West Point.
That, yeah. And you know what it is? Like I always laugh because people ask me this all the time when you talk about kids and they're going to college. Obviously, talent is a big thing to get there. But I root. A lot of people ask me if I root. A lot of these kids who go on the bigger things, I enjoy rooting for. So like if I'm down at States and I see stuff I'm rooting for, I root. He's a great kid. I root for him. I root for you and your brother in the finals. Like that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Jan Rosenberg, like the guys who I see all the time, who are really good kids, and you're out there trying. You want them to succeed and win.
Yep. Yeah, Gavin there trying to push the pace. He was able to get his 1 there, and he's backing on the legs. You got to be careful.
Leslie might have him here.
Yeah, that was tight.
Limited time.
He's got to keep fighting off his back there. Short time.
Wow.
Able to do it. That was tight.
That was real tight. I thought that was done. I think another 2 seconds there. I think Leslie's getting the pin. We're going to try to get an interview at the end with our OW, whoever that is. As well as Leslie is doing here. He's got to be in that consideration.
I would consider him in the toss-up of names.
I mean, if I'm thinking about it here, so far from what we've seen, there's 3 to jump out to me. It's going to be Leslie right now, for as long as he obviously comes out and wins here, which I think he should. But you got Leslie. You got the babyface assassin, James McGinty. And I'm Luke Stanich. I mean, those are my 3 right now that jump out at me.
I mean, Luke Stanich is obviously going to be a high contender on that. But even the nickname for babyface assassin, I love the nickname. But a first period pin in the district finals, that carries some weight as well. So I wouldn't be a bit surprised if a couple guys are going to have his name in the mix-up.
And that's what you like to see. You like to see, different guys and everything. And I mean, if I had to, I'd lead towards Stanich just for, obviously, career, and he was dominant today.
Of course.
So, I mean, that's,
Yep, he had everything going for him, everything going the right way, and which is good. This is the time of year that you want that, and you're expecting that. So it's so hopefully he can carry it on and into regions and on into states as well. Coming down to the last 35 seconds of the match. Gavin here, he's going to have to look for something big to come out on top.
He's going to have to throw him to his back.
Yep. Which is good, though. He hasn't stopped. He's keeping that pace moving. Getting that blast double is nice. He's got to finish. That's his 3rd time getting in there. He's got to be able to finish. Yeah, Leslie just does a good job coming around. Good defense on there. Kept good hip pressure.
And he's doing well with what he's, his position. He realizes he's up.
Yes.
He doesn't want to get thrown or have everything done.
Yes.
So,
yep.
Matt Leslie is your winner by major decision here at the 165 bout. They're going to award the medals here for the previous round.
Even with Hills winning that match, I don't know if they're going to be able to.
I'm not sure if they have enough.
Got enough steam power to come out on top of Knolls.
Don't forget, you got Forte coming out here,
Yep.
so.
Yep. Got a little stare down action going on here.
We're here at Roxbury High School. Garden State HSWrestling.com presents the District 7 Finals, the 175 matchup between Anthony Forte from Morris Knolls and Malik Abzubi from Parsippany.
Doing good.
Donald J. Brower here with Luke Drugac. This been so far, it's been the Hills-Knolls match, pretty much going back and forth. And Forte, we don't have the official scoring right now, but Forte could pretty much seal it here with a pin or a win at this point. I think really puts him ahead because I don't think Hills has anybody else going.
Yeah, absolutely. We just had Coach Billette passes behind. Just props on both coaches. On both programs, they've really carried on the good rivalry and keeping everything going.
And the tradition, really. You know, when you look at some of these teams that, replace coaches, stuff like that, Billette's been there, and the numbers have gone through the roof at Hills.
Absolutely.
Like, unbelievable how many kids he's getting out for the team. Quick takedown there by Forte. And not only kids who are out there, to fill a room, quality kids. Kids that are winning stuff.
Absolutely. Oh, Forte with a big lift there. Getting on top, he's doing a good job controlling the hips. Kind of getting close to the match there. Gonna get a fresh start. See, in a match like that, I would try to keep Nair on the edge for the final 20 seconds, wear him out, try to get him tired.
Kind of lay on him.
Yeah.
I've said that too with the heavyweight, being a heavyweight, especially if I've told people that if you're taking top or you take somebody down, if you're within that last 30 seconds, you stay on the balls of your feet and just put your chest on his back and make him carry both your weight around. That's going to come out in the end.
Absolutely. That sounds tiring. Yeah, starting the second period here. Forte is going to be going down, winning 2-0. Good first explosive move by Forte. He's able to get that one right away. That's nice. Did a good job clearing his hips and being able to face him and get ready to wrestle again.
He's one of the really good wrestlers, like for Knolls. I mean, Forte's kind of turned it on, especially this year, and was a leader last year. But now that he's kind of assumed that role as a senior here, he stepped in a little more and is really doing a great job with the squad.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, trying to get a nice blast double there towards the edge. Referee doesn't give it to him, which is okay. It's okay.
Just on the edge, like it looked like his foot just tapped down. Like if he had done it a second earlier, he would have got it.
Yep. Had a nice heavy club there, trying to, level change there for his double attack again.
It's interesting because Forte was just so aggressive on the first and even a little bit earlier. He's looking for something, but it's like he's not taking the shots like he was.
Yeah, I think now, especially taking that blast double there at the end, and he wasn't able to capitalize on it and get his 2. I think he's looking for more precise takedowns just like that. And the ref granted him with a stall as well because he's pushing the pace and he's looking for his offense.
Forte is super aggressive coming forward.
Yeah, yep. And he's definitely he's tiring out a Roxbury from Parsippany. And it's kind of shown here late into the second.
I mean, he's stepping back. You know, when you're looking at it, Malik is stepping back, and Forte's right in his face.
Yes.
Like he's not even getting a chance for that breath. Forte's like, let's go.
Yeah, winding down the second here. Forte's looking good. He's doing the right things to come out on top and win the match.
3-0 headed into the third.
Oh, changing up on sides, lining up on the right side.
Trying to get a mat return here.
Yeah. Oh, he's got to get out there.
He's going to get the 1. Forte forced to make it not a 2.
Yep, playing it safe. He did the right thing there. It could have easily been a 2 if he would have just drove up there and finished off to his double leg.
And then we're working on a completely different match here. And now he's still got a 2-point lead.
Yep.
Nice takedown there by Forte. Tried to run up into the half.
Yeah, he wasn't quite able to get it there, but beautiful setup. Got his face going, got him moving, and was able to get his takedown award to him. Gives him the 1 here, lets him up.
That's interesting. I mean, not taking anything away from Forte. They don't need any type of decision.
Absolutely.
If they're going to win, it's just a
Yep. I'm not too sure. Is Parsippany guy good on bottom? Does he like his switches or bigger moves like that, like a Peterson?
Let me put it this way: Coach McMichael's done a great job with this team this year.
Absolutely.
I mean, they may not have been, the pick for a lot of teams or this and that. They fight and they got heart, and with Demary and Malik here, they have quality wrestlers, and it's just to be able to fight and have the heart. And you look a couple years ago when they barely had any kids, he's rebuilding the program the way it should be.
Yeah.
Parsippany's on the upswing.
Yep. Parsippany was always a good program. They were always tough. Even when we were wrestling through, they had Aaron and Nigel Feliz and PJ Gomes and
now you have Feliz as one of the assistants.
Yeah.
He's there, and Nick Pizzuta as well. They had a really good run, and they dipped a little bit with numbers, and now it's kind of looks like it's on the upswing, and it's just they're gonna, as he's told me, he wants to create better men. It's not about wrestling; it's about creating better men in life. So
yep.
And that translates.
Absolutely, that's really important in a program. Ref blows whistle here right at the end.
7-2. Forte is going to be your champion at 175. That's got to clinch it for Knolls.
I would say so.
I would assume that's kind of like the icing on the cake, if that makes sense.
Yep. And if not, one of the other 2 matches hopefully would be able to.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they traded off because they had the pins, and they were up. So I mean, that had to be the icing on the cake. And if you really want me to take the cake, go to my social media on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, on Instagram, Garden State HS Wrestling. And click on the bottom, like and subscribe. You'll get notified when we go live with one of these matches, when we have any of our podcasts, and when we have any upcoming content. Don't forget, in addition to what we have for this week with District 4 and District 7, which you're watching now, we have Region 1. We're going to be doing a nightly podcast down from states. And then we're going to have our year-end awards, all Morris, all HWS, all Passaic. I mean, we got a ton of stuff coming up. And then also the stuff with the 10th annual Garden State HS Wrestling All-Star Classic, which should be in May sometime. Follow us, check it out. And if you want us to come out and cover you, click up there at admin at GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Send us an email. We'll come out. We'll live stream. It's not expensive. Trust me. We'll work with you. Why go to the goof when I deliver the proof? GardenStateHSWrestling.com. We're going to head to the 190 bout here. William Knapp from Roxbury, a junior, 28-5, versus Milan Nicolini. Milan Nicolin, a senior from Montville, 20-6. So it's going to be a nice matchup here. We're here at Roxbury High School live, bringing you the District 7 championships on GardenStateHSWrestling.com. The 190 bout here. Nicolin sneaks out the back, gets the 2 here on Knapp.
Yeah, he's trying to look for the cradle there. A lot of guys going to the cradle today, which is good. That's a good move to get a hold of.
Knapp peeling away, doesn't get the point because they're too close to the edge.
Yeah, see, that's the main difference right there between high school and college. In a college match, they'll probably let him wrestle through that position, and you know, in that case, he probably would have gotten his one. But in high school, you know, I believe it's once more than half the body's out of balance, it's out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Knapp is up to his feet. He's just got to peel the grip and spin, but gets back down, but then turns. And they're going to give him the 1. They say he got away.
Yeah, he was able to clear his hips. The Montville kid really didn't have any real control there, so that's why they gave him the 1 there.
Knapp wasn't even really sure.
Yeah, he went back down. Yep.
And then they're on the wrong side. Knapp looked like he was going for an underhook at some point there, but backed out of it.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to keep him heavy hands, heavy feet moving, and
nice ankle pick there by Nicolin, but nice recovery there by Knapp. If he could turn his head in here and push forward, he's going to get the 2. He's trying to work up that leg.
Yeah, it almost looks like Milan has the cradle locked up. Ref gives him 2. This could be a dangerous position here. He's got short time though. He's only got 10 seconds left.
He's trying to spin him over here.
He's not able to quite get him on his back there to get some points.
The angle he was trying to take, it was strange. Like he was trying to flip him over, but Knapp was kind of able to roll through with it and use the momentum so he didn't go to his back.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Knapp did a good job there, not giving up any unnecessary points.
Nicolin takes a 4-1 lead heading into the second.
Oh, nice little Granby roll right there.
Oh, he was a little high.
Yeah.
We've seen so many guys have good position and just be a little high on the roll. And that's the difference.
Yep. Yeah, at the end of the day, those little positions are huge. You know, that 1 point or 2 points for the reversal could lead you to end up winning the match. Another nice Granby roll.
He's right there. It's like he's just missing it out of position.
Yeah.
Surprised I haven't Nicolin was stalling just from what I've seen.
Yeah, I would just, as you speak of it, it comes out just because he's laying belly to belly there. He's not really trying to work up as much as he was before.
I was just looking at it. I just noticed he wasn't working to improve his position.
Yep.
Knapp trying to run a power half, it looked like there for a second.
Yeah, he had it tight. He's doing a good job controlling, you know, the pace here in the match. You know, late into the second, he's just.
Nicholin's going to get hit again.
Yep. So that's 1 point there.
And that's huge because now that makes it realistically a more even match because you're 4 seconds left in the second. You get that stalling point. You know you're already in the stalling, you know, you want penalty if you want to say. And then Knapp's going to have the choice.
Absolutely.
In the third.
Absolutely.
So if he holds him down here, that stalling could come back to haunt.
Yep.
Knapp's going to take defense here. Knapp's got a really good first move. You wonder if he tries to go for it here and just get the switch here.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what his first move is. Kind of quiet, stands up to a tripod, trying to get his hips out. Not quite able to do it. He's got
the leg in there.
Yeah, he's got a good little bulldog there, or had. Yeah.
The fans are telling him, no, 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 as he turned in that way.
Yep.
Knapp's got the ankle.
Yeah.
He can turn in.
Keep his hips up.
Elevate and come around.
Yep. He's setting him there to his back. He's got to turn in, hips up.
Got to turn. I think he might have him here. If he could spin him around, he's just got to get it around. They're going to hit the two there. We're going to tie this up.
And he's sitting in a good position right there. All he's got to do is, well, he had the Turk there. That could have really helped him out. So Knapp has to do a good job keeping him down, trying to either get another stall from him, or just ride it out and get him down in overtime.
It looks like he looked like an arm bar there, but Nicolini got it out.
Yep. Oh, he hits that Granby again, and this one looks like it might be successful.
Oh. He's on the edge. Could he get him over for some back points here?
It's close. They're in a tight position there. The ref calls it out. Big 23 seconds left in the third.
And how important, now we talk about it, was him rolling through on those two cradles in the first and not giving up any back points.
Huge.
Kept it even here.
Yep, that's a whole different match now that we're looking at.
If I'm Knapp, you obviously want to try to run a Granby here because, you know, he gets out of here, it's a tie.
Yep. You got to be careful here with the stall, but he doesn't have any stall. He's got to watch his locked hands. The ref's looking for it.
Even if he gets hit with a stalling warning here, it's not matter. It's going to go to overtime.
Yep, it's okay to take the stall in here. The only thing you had to worry about was locked hands there, being down on the mat, around the legs. We got ourselves a good little match here going into overtime.
And there's always the one that sneaks up on you because these are two quality guys.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you get to the ones, you know, these upper weights here, the 190s. There's some quality guys up here.
Absolutely. We got the Roxbury fans behind us. They're excited about it.
Macklin in, spinning around. He's got him seated. He goes ahead. He pops his head up. He's in. He might have it here. He's got Macklin on his butt. Mickelin, excuse me.
Nicholin's looking to scoot around. Knapp's trying to pull the leg out. They're both looking to improve position here. It's going to Knapp's coming around.
Oh, scooted out. Wow.
Yeah, the ref called it quick on out. That was a good call by the ref there, seeing that both guys are out of balance and starting them fresh.
Mickelin here. Great defense. It looked like he was in a bad position a couple times.
Roxbury was looking for a stall there just because he wasn't on the line ready to go.
I think the ref looked like his shoe was untied, so I mean, it's not really, you know.
Well, I believe in high school it's a stall call if the shoe comes undone.
That would have been
Yeah.
that would have been fun if that was the case here. Nickel and down, went for, looked like he went and slide for an ankle pick, but did it. Goes in deep on a single and gets the takedown there. Great job by Knapp. That was strange. I don't know what Nicklin was going for, if he thought he could get another ankle pick there, but he basically just went down and Knapp came right around the back door and won.
Absolutely. Knapp did a great job. Looked like he was just going for it, and Knapp capitalized on the snap down, turn around, got his quick two, and be able to come out on top on and win the match.
That was strange. I mean, I've covered a lot of wrestling in my day. I don't know what Nicklin was going for. I don't know if he thought he could do the ankle pick. He did it the first time and it happened.
Yeah.
But he just seemed to go down and just went down, and Knapp came around. Wow.
Yeah, that was a great match by Knapp. We got the Roxbury guys loving it over here, which that was a hard win and great deserved by Knapp. He really wrestled a tough match, and that shows you cannot stop wrestling.
Looks like he snapped the victory from the jaws of defeat right there, because he was down. He fought back.
Absolutely.
Speaking of fighting back, I'm going to fight back on you if you don't sign up for my social media. On Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com. On Twitter, at GardenStateHSW. On Instagram, at GardenStateHSWrestling. And on YouTube, click like and subscribe. You'll get all notifications when we go live with our upcoming matches, all our content and everything. So please follow, like, and subscribe. And if you want us to come out next year and do this for you, admin at GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Our calendar is already filling up, but send us a message. We'll see what we can do. We'll come out with the crew. We'll announce. We'll do everything. GardenStateHSWrestling.com. It's not expensive. Why go with the goof when I deliver the proof? GardenStateHSWrestling.com. We're going to be heading to the 215 bout on GardenStateHSWrestling.com as we present the District 7 Championships. Harrington Companies and Champion Athletes present the District 7 Championships 215 Championship bout. I'm Donald J. Brower. With me is Luke Drugac. We've already said Morris Knolls pretty much clinched here. Great matchup. You know, the last match with Knapp. Now we head to the 215ers. We're going to have Cole Newton from Morris Knolls, and we're going to have Sean Elsmore from Montville.
Yeah, Newton trying to get a quick go behind right here. He's doing a good job with a good crossface, nice and tough. Gets his takedown.
It's almost strange because you figure Cole Newton from Morris Knolls, he'd want to wrestle for a Bullet at Morris Hills. You know, it's kind of fitting. Bullet, Newton.
I guess so. But I'm sure.
Taking nothing away. I don't want to get any angry calls just because Coach Bullet coaches Newton. His brother does, so it's kind of like a pun.
Yeah.
I don't need people screaming at me thinking I'm trying to recruit kids.
But
as Newton sits back, he's got it tight here.
Yeah. Newton's getting quick to work, getting knee in the bottom side of the ribs, looking for the pin here. Let's hope. You know, he's got it tight.
You almost wonder if how he was sitting, he was kind of lifting him up. He wasn't letting him. He wasn't flat, so he was allowing him. He was allowing Elsmore to kind of get up.
Yep. So that's the importance in the cradle. You got to have the bottom knee in the ribs because that eliminates that factor. So basically, when you get the bottom knee in the ribs, there's a little like pressure point there. It gets the guy uncomfortable, and if you got the cradle locked up tight and you got the proper position, he doesn't want to be there very long.
Doesn't want to be sitting there with a knee in his back.
Yep.
Going to get another takedown here by Newton. See if he goes for something else. Looks like he's trying to stack him up there.
Yeah. He's almost successful in that as well. He's got a good bulldog there on the leg. Trying to look for looks like he's going for the crossface cradle again.
Seems like he's got it locked.
Yeah,
He's just got to come back with it. He almost, if I'm him, I know you're not going to get the pin right here. Should almost rock it back just to get the points.
Just get a quick count. Yep.
Yeah, get a couple extra points here. You're not going to get it here.
Oh, just like as we were speaking of it.
If he had done it a second earlier, he was trying to lock it up.
Yep.
See, sometimes that's what guys need to, realize, especially bigger guys. If you're going for something like that and you have a cradle, you don't need to always go for the pin. Get the points.
Absolutely.
Make it tougher on the guy. Newton's going to take down the start to second.
Yep, Newton does good work getting quick out, getting his point for escape, and getting back to his offense on his feet.
A really good senior group for this Morris Knolls team too.
Absolutely, yeah. They've been wrestling together for a while now, and they have a good relationship and bond with each other. So it's good to see that a lot of them are here wrestling and succeeding as well.
We got my favorite coming up next, the Battle of the Big Boys. I love it. I'm going to have two guys who are close to 500. I mean, those are the best heavyweight matches when it's two guys and it's just a toss-up. It's two big dudes going at it.
Yep.
Love it.
Leaving it all out there.
Go for it, you know what I mean?
Yep.
That's one of those things you're guaranteed to either get a quick pin or it's going to ultimate tiebreaker.
And you can normally tell in the first 15, 20 seconds how the match
like, how are we going to go here? Is it going to be quick or is it going to be like, all right?
Oh, Newton there on a nice blast double. He's got to get his head out to drive up. And he does. The ref does give him his two.
He's got him. He's working up. See if he's going to get some back points here.
I saw Coach Vasile. He was hitting his swipes. I don't know. I'm quite sure if the ref was doing swipes, but
it's always fun to me how animated some of the coaches get, and he's one of my favorites of how he gets into it.
Yeah, I know we mentioned it before. He does it all for the love of the sport and because he cares about the guys and he only wants the best for them.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Newton leads 10-2. Looks like he's going to be heading to the third, leading 10-2.
We were talking about Morris Knolls and Morris Hills kind of just being a two-man match here, but even Montville has had a lot of guys in the finals here.
And like we were saying, you almost look if they had a Carl Monaco, that changes everything.
Yeah.
Because
that adds more pins, more.
And it might, at whatever weight he went, maybe it takes away somebody who was from Hills or Knolls in a scenario there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, I want to take a moment to thank Roxbury for the hospitality and the great job they've done running this tournament, and just the way they've kind of opened their doors and, let us come in and set up and do this. So, I mean, great job by Roxbury. The administration, the staff, their athletic director, Mr. Mason, just their coaching staff, Coach Roman, and everybody who's come through. Great job by them hosting this and presenting it the way it is.
And that's not something new. They've always been like that. When I was wrestling, the same exact way. It hasn't changed much.
I'll tell you a little funny story, too. So Coach Roman actually used to go to school here. He was a year ahead of my wife, who graduated from here.
Okay.
And she went to school with his wife.
Oh, very
nice. They were classmates, so she knows the family well. Said he was big into wrestling then, too. I was like, yeah, I could tell.
I'm sure.
40 seconds left here. Newton's up 13-2.
He's looking for the half, trying to drive across. He's got it tight. Kind of in a weird position here, but.
It looks like he's got him rolled over.
He's got to settle his hips there a little bit more. Yep, he does. The ref gives him his 2 back points. Reversal 2, though.
Yeah, he was a little high. Ellsmore snuck out the back, but it's not really going to matter.
Yeah.
It's just cosmetic at this point.
Absolutely. There's only 3 seconds left in the match, and Newton's going to come away with this one.
Newton is your winner at 2:15. Again, I'd like to thank our sponsors, our main sponsors for the year, the Harrington Companies and Champion Athletes, Dan Warnikoff, for helping us cover as many matches as we've done. It's been a new record, like pretty much a new personal record for as many we've done. We average about 2 a week, so it's been a great job for us to cover wrestling this year, and we're trying to make that way more next year. So we're looking to do a match a night next year if possible. So if you have a match you want us to do, send it our way. And our local sponsors who are big contributors in helping us get on the air today: Joe's Pizza in Kenville, S&R Construction, Hair Boss Jewels in Succasunna, Roxbury Bagels, Simon O'Brien and Knapp Law, Green Outlook Landscaping, Ken's Auto Body, Bell Estate Towers, and UPWA Pro Wrestling. I had to throw in a cheap plug for my company.
There you go.
I had a roll through. Let them do it. They're going to be announcing here, it looks like the 190 medalists, if I am correct.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I think they're looking for Nicholin from Montville, which I always thought it was strange, and this is just kind of, me. When they do stuff with this with like the medals, and it's like a match right after you lost, I always feel bad for the second place kid who then has to just kind of like, I just lost, let me get it all together. Because I always find it funny when you look at the pictures, from states, and they do it right at like a match after. So here you have a kid who won states, he's all happy, and the kid he beat just got to have this look like, it hasn't sunk in yet.
Unfortunately, I was on the side of that picture.
It hasn't sunk in yet. It's like give him another match. Let him have a second. Yeah. Now we're going to head to the heavyweight championship. We are here live at Roxbury High School District 7 Championships. Garden State HS Wrestling, the Harrington Companies, and Champion Athlete present this broadcast today. Donald J. Brower with Luke Drugac here. We're with the big dudes, the big men. We talked about it. The first 15, 20 seconds are going to showcase what this match is going to be.
Absolutely. And Chaz has no hesitation to get after it.
He wants to get this done with. Now, Charles Young, to me, and I've said this before at heavyweight, for counties, it's always a shock, and there's people going through. For him, the path he did to make the finals, lost to Martin in the finals from Del Barton, but for the run he had to be a finalist is a big thing in this county.
Absolutely. It's any finals, to be in a final of any tournament is a huge feat. And but for the Morris County finals, yeah, you were there. You know how it is. It's always exciting. You got tons of good teams and good guys wrestling in every match.
And it's always one of those, the guys are bringing their best. You're not going to have a guy who comes out and, doesn't, try his hardest.
Absolutely, yeah.
They're going to give their best. So you're not getting somebody's C game. You're getting somebody's A game the entire time.
Yep.
So it started out fast. Now I'm starting to think maybe UTB.
Yeah, we're going the full 6 minutes and probably plus some.
You guys want to grab some popcorn while we're waiting? Like I said, it's nothing against these guys. I'm a heavyweight, and Luke's seen a hell of a lot of matches, so he knows that he can tell. So
yeah, I enjoy a good heavyweight match. I mean, even though it doesn't look like there's too much happening, there's a lot that goes into it. They're both looking for inside ties. Chaz right there with a heavy snap down at the end of the first there. So they're always looking to improve their positions and move and try to come out on top.
100%. These guys are out there. We joke about heavyweights. I was a former heavyweight. You don't understand the difference. It's just an extra added aspect for the actual wrestling, because then you have to you honestly have to include the weight in it.
Yes.
As Young gets out there quick.
Yeah, see, I was telling you before, Chaz moves quick.
I don't doubt it. I just, I'm looking, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Both trying for the underhook. That's what I love about heavyweight, especially when you get to here. It's like you're going for something. We talked about it earlier. It's an all or nothing shot, honestly.
Absolutely. Yep, Chaz there with a heavy snap down, trying to get his two. That would have been big there for him.
I think he's going to come back to that because it's open.
Absolutely.
That's the one thing full disclosure for everybody. I have a nephew who's a sophomore in North Carolina, and he wrestled his 8th grade year, and he's a bigger kid. Right now he's 6'1", 275, but back then he was still a heavyweight for the middle school. And I told him, I said, you have to kind of push and pull, and you'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And he goes, what do you mean? I said, well, if you snap and he drops, you know you got a shot, you can spin around. But if he pulls back, bum rush him.
Yeah.
You know, he's a football player also, so it's like bum rush, and you're going to get him off. You're going to get him off key, and be able to get something out of it. You know, you can use those little tells to see where you stand in the match.
Yep, absolutely. Basically, a big football tackle going after him.
Pretty much, like I told him, I said, oh, it looked like we almost had a hook there. I said, when you push on him, if he kind of stops, bum rush him. You know, if you put the pressure on, if he snaps down, you got it. I said, you just got to keep your eye on it. And I said, it's the same way when you're pass blocking. You just got to know what's going on. You just got to see those little tells the guy's giving you.
Oh, he's going for the headlock. Oh, wasn't able to quite secure it there.
And not enough time. Is counting down late. I think he realized he's going to go down.
Well, it's very important here for Luke from Montville to get out quick, because if not, Chaz is going to put the pressure on him and keep him down.
Billups wants to obviously get to his feet here, and that's exactly what happens.
Yep.
So both men got out from bottom in, I don't know, 6 seconds?
I would say so, on a rough estimate.
So we'll see if anybody goes, as they keep trying to go underhooks there. Both of them.
Luke was trying to, almost looked like he was trying to get the headlock. As we're kind of just starting the third here, minute 30 in, we're 1-1.
Charles pushing the issue a little bit, trying to see if he could get something here. But I have a feeling this is going to be what you're going to see the rest of this period. 1 minute in overtime, and then we're going from there.
Yep. We'll have to see how it all plays out. Well, I think if Chaz gets to his front headlock snap down where he was doing before, he's trying to get it again. I mean, maybe he puts the pressure on him, gets Luke tired from Montville, and see if we can score in here.
Bilo's doing a great job. Like we said, these guys are evenly matched when you look at heavyweight this year. There's no, dominant heavyweight in this district. So, I mean, very well evenly matched bracket.
Good snap down again. But Luke from Montville, he keeps going to that headlock.
Maybe he thinks he can work something here because we're 20 seconds left.
Yeah. He's got to keep working those underhooks, keep pushing the elbows away. We're winding down to the last 10 seconds here.
I almost wonder if Abilo realizes just that Young scored first. So if they're going to go to a situation where it's ride out, you know what I mean? Like he wants to make sure he can win. And you wonder if he's going to – it's 1 minute overtime.
Yeah, I think the ref got a little tangled up there. Yeah, we got 1 minute overtime.
I was like, I don't know what they were choosing there.
Good thing Coach Vasile was on his feet there. He saw that first. He was able to get out there, let the ref know he made a mistake.
I was a little confused, too, because I was like, why is he choosing? I was like, did I miss something?
Yeah.
Actually, as aggressive as Billo is here, I think he's going to end in this overtime.
I got a feeling. You think he's going to end it?
I think one of two things are going to happen. He's going to go for something, and Charles is going to take it, or Billo's going to get it. I don't know. I'm looking at where we're at.
Oh, there goes Chaz. Like you said it, Chaz got his final takedown.
I told you. I think he realized the situation he was in, and he had to go for it.
Yep. That was a great capitalize there by Chaz to come out top to be a district champ.
He realized that, like, if it went to overtime, he was done.
Absolutely.
Charles Young, your district champion at heavyweight. We're going to be awarding the medals for 215 and heavyweight, and we're going to be having obviously the announcement of who the team champion is. Has to be Morris Knolls.
Yeah.
I mean, just from basic math telling me where we went and how everything went. How everything went there. And then, we'll see who our OW is. Like I said, I'm leaning towards Stanich. The babyface assassin was out there chopping people up. I don't know if I want to call him James Wayne Gacy is out there, the assassin. He's killing people. No, I don't go that far.
Getting the job done.
The babyface assassin. But we have our social media, and then we're going to have the announcement to who won, and we're going to have an OW champion. So follow us on our social media on Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, on Instagram, Garden State HS Wrestling, on YouTube. Like and subscribe. You see the little like and subscribe button? You'll get notified anytime we go live with a tournament, a match, any type of content. We will be broadcasting. You'll be able to see it. And if you want us to come out and broadcast next year at your school, do some events, give us a shout. Admin at GardenStateHSWrestling.com. It's not expensive. We have fun. We come out and enjoy it. We showcase the teams the way they need to be. And like I said, it's not expensive. Why deal with the goof when I deliver the proof? GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Your only place for live stream wrestling. Now they're doing the heavyweight. Working on that. We're going to wait to see who they have, but, you know, Luke, talk about this tournament a little bit. You know, what you saw today and what impressed you the most, honestly.
Well, obviously districts is the leading effect into going on to the rest of the season. So it's always good to see good matchups, good wrestling as a whole. So a couple of guys here, they're expecting big things. They got to use this as their momentum and leading them into going to regions, and then obviously later on going down to Atlantic City and trying to get on that podium down there. So it's very important for these guys to take a little time, realize that their successes, but got to know they're starting Monday, going back in the wrestling room, getting right back at it, trying to get to those other goals. So what really impressed me too, I mean, some of the young guys out there getting the job done, which is always good to see, because that would lead things to later on in their future goals. Maybe wrestling in college or furthering on down in Atlantic City as well. But other than that, Stanish, he looked really good. I'm excited to see what he's got to offer later down the road. But
yeah, I'm telling you, this was a quality day. And like I said, you see Stanish, we got some other guys who could be very impressive. They're announcing the OW real quick.
Yep. And actually, too, Knolls, they always impress me. They look good out there. They're making me a proud alumni, watching all the guys get after it and wrestle hard, especially with Chaz there winning at the end there. And
it's always fun with Knolls because how quality team is. We're going to announce the OW here, I think. And we'll see who the OW.
From Roxbury High School,
Luke Stanich is your champion. And OW here, we're going to grab an interview with Luke. Get presented with his trophy. While we grab Luke, we're going to talk a little bit about social medias. At Garden State HS Wrestling on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, at Garden State HSW, on YouTube. Like and subscribe. You'll see us on there. Any type of updates, anything we have going on, you'll be able to see. And on Instagram at Garden State HSW. Now, we come in here with Luke Stanich. Luke, talk a little bit about this. I feel like every time I'm at a tournament you're at, I'm interviewing you for some award you've won. Morris County tournament, you were the OW. Here you're the OW. Talk about this. The last time you're wrestling in your home gym, just kind of what it means to you.
I mean, it didn't really hit me with the sadness that I was done with this gym until after, and I was sitting in the bleachers. But it's an honor to win OW at events like this. I mean, they're small compared to like the big long-term goals of states and stuff like that, but they're definitely rewarding, and I'm always grateful and happy to compete, but I'm going to miss this gym, and I think we put on a pretty good district tournament.
You guys do. I mean, I was saying that your head coach, your athletic director, just the way they get everything done. I mean, it's a great job here. Now, obviously, you talked about bigger things. I know, and I've said this before, I've said this other stuff, I know your goal. You were there under the lights in Atlantic City. You talked about your mindset change before that. How long do you enjoy this? Because like I said, this is your last time, looking around this gym, this has been your home gym for 4 years. You're going to be, obviously you're not graduating next week, so you'll still be coming to the school, but to be able to get under the lights and just hear your crowd cheer for you and that, it's got to be a moving thing. How long do you kind of let this, because you got to enjoy it a little bit before you start focusing?
I'm always working hard. I'm going straight, I'm going to go home, I'm probably not going to get another practice in tonight, but starting tomorrow, I'm always working hard, you know what I mean? But it's always fun for me, you know what I mean? I'm always going to enjoy this stuff. This is why I do it, you know what I mean? I love the sport. So, it's going to stay with me, you know what I mean? I'm always grateful for everything, and, I'm going to enjoy it, but I'm not going to, let my head get too big and forget about what, I'm really aiming for.
Yeah, we never thought that. You're one of those kids that it seems like once you finish the match, it's almost like you're you finish the match and you're like, what can I do next? It's like you're ready to go to the next one. Now, a couple of your teammates went in here, like Knapp and those guys. We've talked about how, you've been that top guy at Roxbury here the last 2 years. Those guys stepping up and winning in situations like that, how does it feel with those guys? Because, I mean, those are guys who have been in the room with you since November.
Yeah.
And for them to come out and achieve, what you did, just kind of how you feel about them.
I mean, it's the most awesome thing to watch it in the stands. You know what I mean? I get super excited for them because I know how hard everybody in that room works. But none of us are done. You know what I mean? We're all going to keep going, and, I love my teammates, and I'm glad to do it alongside them. I mean, we all put in so much work, and I don't think people realize how much fun we have in the room, and it's just a great atmosphere, and I love my team. So
perfect. Listen, I'm sure I'm going to be talking to you next week. I'm sure I'm going to be talking to you in Atlantic City. You're going to get angry with this face. So good luck the rest of the way, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Best of luck. Luke Stanich, our champion at 126, and the OW for the year. So we have like I said, we want to thank everyone who was here, who's done everything. Talking about obviously everything we've done so far this year with everything with the season, as I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. I'm going with the wrong button. I hit every button I could on here. I knew which way I was going. But no, really good tournament here. Obviously, I want to thank you for jumping in and helping out. When I start talking to myself, the wife says I need to see a doctor. So it's good to have you involved. But if it's still going on, check out District 4. It's up at Kittatinny. We know, obviously, our team champion here, Morris Knolls, is our team champion from District 7. They're going to run over my power cord here, apparently, because they don't understand how stuff works. But, want to thank our sponsors again. Our main site sponsors for the year, Harrington Companies, Champion Athletes, two of the big proponents of why we're here and why we're able to do as much as we have this year. Thank you, Harrington family. Thank you, Dan Warnikoff. And the local sponsors, Joe's Pizza, S&R Construction, Hair Boss Jewels, Roxbury Bagel, Simon O'Brien and Knapp, Green Outlook Landscaping, Ken's Auto Body, and Bella State Tower. You're the reason we're here today. They're the reason you get to see us and watch us from home and enjoy this. We enjoyed it very much. For Luke Drugac, thank you for joining me.
Absolutely.
I finally got you in. I've been trying to get you for a couple matches this year. Finally got you in.
Well,
for everybody involved, Jared, the podcasting legend, my beautiful wife who sacrificed another Saturday, only 2 more weeks ago, babe, and then I could bug you all the time. I'm Donald J. Brower. We'll see you in Regents.